Welcome back to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. My name is Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is the Takayuki Homura Aogami or Blue No. 2 Kogetsu 210mm knife. So these knives have a 3-layer construction. On either side of the harder core steel, you've got a soft iron reactive cladding. The core steel or cutting steel is Aogami or Blue Paper No. 2 reactive high carbon steel. The heat treat is probably about 61, 62 Rockwell on that. Again, the cladding is reactive, soft iron cladding, and the core steel is reactive. So there's no stainless on this, so it's an all-reactive blade. It will patina on you, or you can choose to take the patina off depending on your personal preferences for knife maintenance. The weight and dimensions on these can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 226 grams or 8 ounces. Edge length, following the entire curve of the blade, and you can see it's got a lot of belly towards the tip, is about 7.9 inches or 200 millimeters if I roll it up next to the cutting board. The overall length is about 14.2 millimeters, and this is shiny because I left the shrink wrap plastic on the handle. I'm not going to take that off. The spine thickness, these are fairly thick and stout blades. They're very stiff. So we've got about 3 millimeters-ish towards the back here, above the heel, and then about halfway down we did about 2.9 to almost 3. So you can see that we don't lose much thickness here at all. You get towards the grind, towards the tip, you get a little bit of a thinner tip area, and then it does thin out towards the edge, but you can see it's pretty darn stout. So these are very stiff, stout blades. That's the style that they are. So what they are, you either like that or you don't, but they do have a really nice gradual contoured grind to them. These are extremely well crafted. Handle or blade height is about 49.5 at the back of the heel, so there's lots of clearance here. You can see an unusual shape to these in a number of ways. One is this forward sweep on the choil towards the back of the cutting edge, and then you can see a very aggressive belly towards the tip, last 4 inches of the blade. Handle is an octagonal U with buffalo horn ferrule, nice fit and finish on the handle. You've got a nice tight tang install. You've got a little bit of the tang showing. That's called a maki. That's kind of an old style handle install, so that's just a aesthetic decision on their part. Handle circumference is about 76 millimeters or 3 inches where the two materials meet. Let's take our beauty shot on this. So they've got some pressed in embossed logo kanji here on the right side of the blade. The left side of the blade, as you'd be holding it, also has some pressed in kanji as well. So let's take our shot this way as well. I'll see which one I want to use. But really nice, kind of a sandblasted finish here that's real cool, consistent, nice fit and finish. They've polished the spine. You can see the polish on that. Rounded it a bit. They've polished a little bit and rounded the choil, so it's not quite as polished as the spine, but it's very comfortable. Out of the box edge, I'd say 6 out of 10 maybe. Really nice fit and finish on these. Balance point with this handle is right about in the middle of that symbol on the right side of the blade. But again, this has some mass to it. You can see it's 8 ounces. FYI, this does come with a nice matching saya as well. So you can see that comes with that. So nice protective encasement for the blade. Let's look at the cutting board demo. So obviously you're going to see this has a ton of belly towards the tip. This reminds me of a skinning knife, only just really huge. But there are other makers that do these aggressive bellies towards the tip. So some people do like this style. But you can see not much of a chopper, is it? We'll call it a rocker and a tip that can do some different things depending on how you want to use it. But there's your cutting board profile for this thing. And obviously this will have a little different use style than some of the traditional shaped blades, but just a beautiful piece of craftsmanship, really nice steel, excellent look to it. It's just a neat knife. So this is the Takayuki Homura Aogami No. 2 Kogetsu 210mm knife.